The Business Report, brought to you by the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, a department of the Ministry of Youth and Community Empowerment, supporting young entrepreneurs from idea to enterprise.
It's Wednesday, so that means we will be looking at an entrepreneur who has benefited from the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme. Tonight, we look at an organic farming business. Grow it.
Amanda McKenzie always had an interest in healthy food. So it came as no surprise when she and her business partner, Connie Ennis, decided to launch Grow It 3 years ago. This small business specializes in sprouts, microgreens, and wheatgrass. Ms. McKenzie explains that the process to grow these items is simple and they are packed with nutrients. This, she says, makes them affordable and healthy.
The process of sprouting, it's basically the younger version of the plant, so it carries more nutrition than the mature vegetable. So, and it's just such a simple process, so we thought, like, how can we get Barbadians interested in eating these nutritious plants. So we actually started trying to get people to grow the plants themselves, and then we just started growing it for people as well.
Besides produce, they are concentrating on making several vegan-based products like protein balls, blackstrap molasses, and an all-in-one protein shake pack, as well as this popular item.
And the vegan protein pancakes as well. This contains our organic wheatgrass powder. So you're getting your greens while you're eating pancakes, which is great, and you're getting your protein as well. So this, we have the instructions on the back. You can add eggs to this if you're not a vegan, or if you are, you can just add water, and it's all just pour it in a pan and it's all done for you.
The response so far has been very good, and their products are in Massey supermarkets as well as popular over in Kendall Hill.
I think people are now coming into eating healthy, like they're more inclined to eat healthy than I think they were before. And I guess with all the non-communicable diseases and stuff like that, I think the future is eating healthy, because I mean, you might as well spend the money in produce than spending it with your doctor.
Ms. McKenzie also tells us how instrumental Yes has been in the startup of the business.
Yes has been a great help to us in terms of whenever we've approached them, they've been always willing to help us. We've approached them for some advertising, and they've always been willing to help. They've created great opportunities for us, such as this one right here. So we're really thankful that we have that sort of help that we can go to when we need it.
The business prides itself on not using any chemicals, adding just water to grow it. Lisa Lord for the Business Report.
Do you have an idea for a business or have started a business? Are you between 18 and 30 years old? Then you need to contact YES, the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme. YES is a dynamic network of services creatively packaged for you, the young entrepreneur. YES offers critical, timely business solutions, specialized technical assistance in accounting, legal, and marketing, a practical entrepreneurial training program, and your own youth enterprise officer for one-on-one counseling and mentoring. Contact YES today at 535-3835 and get your business moving. The Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, Ministry of Youth and Community Empowerment.
Prime Minister Mia Motley believes Barbados' ranking on the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index will eventually improve. She says government has been putting the necessary measures in place to ensure there's improvement in the business environment, not only for the average Barbadian, but for local and foreign small and larger businesses. The Prime Minister says it is a concerted effort across a number of ministries.
We are literally working assiduously such that the measurements that they take next year will hopefully see an appreciable and reflect the appreciable improvement that we want to have with respect to so many different areas. We've already made the changes to town planning. We're making the changes to corporate affairs. We're doing the electronic technology with respect to your being able to go and do your business, whether it is filing online, going to immigration online, going to licensing authority online, digital payments.
Today on Water Wednesdays, we are at the Ionics Freshwater Plant here on the mighty Griner Highway. It's where all the action has been over the past few days as the BWA tried to effect a number of fixes to the plant to ensure that residents in a number of communities across Barbados have a consistent supply of water. With me, I have the General Manager of the Barbados Water Authority, Keith Roy Halliday, to explain what has happened and what will happen next. Keith Roy, we've seen the BWA workers, crews in action here,
yes,
trying to make sure that everything is back up and running.
And yes, that is correct, Shane, and everything is back up and running. But in light of the fact that we've communicated several times over the last few days, we thought it was particularly important to actually do a walkthrough on site to explain what exactly has happened and what the next steps are. And therefore today we have a number of engineers who will help us do that.
We were making some connections to the existing plant to complete the upgrade of the existing plant so that we then will be in a position to pump that water down the west coast and into our distribution systems at St. Stephen's and further on to like Castle Grant and some of those other areas. Once we started to do the work, we actually had some issues with the manifold of the existing plant that broke, and we had to replace that. So as a result of that, the plant was down for a couple of days on and off. But now all of that work is completed and the plant is back to full operational status again. The upgrades are almost complete now. We are just looking at the installation of the pumps, and later this week we'll be looking at commissioning. We have Ionics has brought in engineers from the respective pump suppliers, and they're here on the island to do the commissioning of those pumps. So we will be starting up and we'll be testing to make sure that the intended pressures and flows get to the locations that we desire. This will assist us in our distribution systems because, as we had indicated in the past, we have salinity issues along the west coast, and we had some outages, shortages in the Castle Grant and further inland. So once this plant starts up and gets going within a short time, we will have that water going along the west coast. We will be taking off some at Trents, pumping it to Highway 2A. Once it gets to Highway 2A, it mixes with the water from Worley and those other areas, so that will reduce on the salinity issues we're having there. And then additional water will be sent on to Apesill and onto Castle Grant. So that will assist the customers who have borne with us for a number of months in those affected areas.
So Mr. Halliday, what does the future hold, looking at the fact that you've got the problems here at the Ionics freshwater plant fixed?
Well, we're very optimistic actually, Shane. We're optimistic because what we're looking to do, what will come out of all of this effort, is the introduction of another 3 million gallons of water into our network system. And as I would have indicated before, this is really part of the mitigation process or mitigation plan that we have put in place to deal with the supply of water and to combat the drought situation. So while we know that the introduction of so much water will additionally pressurize the lines, and we are expecting, there is a possibility rather of some interruptions, we are prepared for that. And we just want to make sure that everyone, the public, understands that the Barbados Water Authority is ready. We were preparing for this for some time, and we'll do our best to combat any of those leaks that may pop up from time to time, or any of the bursts. But really, we are feeling fairly optimistic about the solution. And this is just one of several measures that we've been pursuing ardently to make sure that the Barbados Water Authority can deliver on its mandate and can deliver additional water to those areas that have been seriously affected.
Thank you so much, Mr. Halliday, and you will continue to get those updates right here on Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. You can go to our Facebook page for additional information as well, or just type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.
It is the liquid of life.